It's happening. You're about to witness history in real time. And most people have no idea what's about to unfold. You've been told September is the month of fresh starts, new energy, and clean slates. But this September defies that narrative. This isn't your typical reset button. It's a complete system overhaul. The type that forces revelations you can't dismiss and emotions you must confront. These coming days aren't about simple beginnings. They're about reawakening to truth. And once you see it, everything transforms. The majority won't be prepared. They'll dismiss it as merely seasonal change. But you're here, listening, because your intuition whispers of something greater. You were destined to experience September's full force, because what follows will explain why this month always arrives with an impact. September has eternally been the universe's strategic surprise. Before humanity marked time with paper and mechanisms, this month commanded attention as the season of judgment. Harvests were gathered, daylight diminished, and civilizations recognized it as the moment when conclusions and origins merged in a powerful convergence. That's why September's impact exceeds any January promise. It's the universe initiating change, not human will. Each September brings seismic shifts beneath your feet. Established patterns disintegrate, daily rhythms break down, and you face a crucial choice. Release your burdens or let them pull you under. This explains the collective restlessness, the palpable tension in the atmosphere. Your senses don't deceive you. You're experiencing the opening salvo in the year's most significant battle. If you're merely planning to endure this week, you've already missed the point. Because this week harbors an event so significant it could reshape not just the month, but potentially the entire year. Music. As September 7th leads into the 8th, the heavens present perhaps the year's most memorable phenomenon. The total lunar eclipse, the blood moon. This isn't a fleeting celestial event to be casually observed. This is a moment that carves itself into collective memory, a celestial display that generations will reference. These opportunities are rare in a lifetime. When they occur, time seems to suspend, as if creation itself pauses in anticipation. This eclipse transcends the moon's temporary shadow. It's about the gravity of the moment, the peculiar energy it carries. The timing is extraordinary. We're already navigating one of the year's most spiritually significant periods, and this blood moon emerges at its epicenter. Consider the implications. The spiritual barrier thins, energies intensify, transformations become inevitable. Some nights we observe the heavens. On nights like these, the heavens observe us. There's significance behind this eclipse's prominence on countless calendars. It surpasses mere astronomical intrigue. It's a sacred initiation, an indelible marker, a boundary etched in cosmic sand. This moment will embed itself in your consciousness, where you stood, what stirred in your heart, and the thoughts that crossed your mind as that ethereal shadow transformed the moon into a glowing celestial ember. For certain souls, this memory will become the catalyst that forever alters their life's trajectory. Remember this date with reverence, for when illumination returns, your perception of self and reality will be fundamentally transformed. As September's energy deepens, reality begins to shift in extraordinary ways. The fabric of existence starts to bend and fold at its edges. Traditional logic dissolves, and seemingly impossible alignments manifest with startling precision. You'll witness a cascade of inexplicable synchronicities. Patterns emerge that demand acknowledgement. Words echo your unspoken thoughts. Melodies arrive at precisely the moment their message is most needed. What's truly remarkable isn't the phenomena themselves, but how seamlessly they integrate into your experience. Initially, you'll dismiss them as mere coincidences, but as they multiply, the third, fourth, fifth occurrence, you'll recognize a deeper truth. The universe isn't attempting to astonish you. It's establishing a direct dialogue. The inexplicable remains so only until repeated exposure transforms it into undeniable reality. That's why maintaining the September Chronicle is crucial. Document every seemingly impossible occurrence that crosses your path during this pivotal week. In retrospect, the pattern will crystallize. You'll witness the universal narrative that was being woven around you. By week's end, what once seemed random will emerge as your new normal. Once this awareness dawns, it becomes a permanent part of your perception. September 6th brings a cosmic convergence of profound significance, a rare alignment between Saturn and Neptune. Saturn, the cosmic architect, guardian of physical reality, meets Neptune, the celestial dreamer, keeper of visions and spiritual realms. These energies typically operate in distinct dimensions. Saturn constructs boundaries while Neptune dissolves them. Saturn demands concrete evidence, while Neptune speaks through intuitive whispers. Their convergence creates a gateway where the impossible materializes before your eyes. This is the moment when imagination finds form, when ethereal visions discover their earthly foundations. If you've harbored a dream that seemed too vast, too distant, too intangible, this week offers a glimpse of its potential manifestation. Dreams perish in abstraction, but flourish when boldly constructed. Saturn's influence demands precision, compelling visions to stand firm and withstand scrutiny. Meanwhile, Neptune softens rigid structures, reminding Saturn that boundaries are fluid and limitations temporary. Together, they forge a portal where imagination interfaces with physical reality. Pay particular attention to the inspirations that surface this week. Don't disregard these visions as unreachable or distant. Document them meticulously. Share them openly. You may discover subtle opportunities, unexpected encounters, modest resources, or moments of profound insight that illuminate the path toward manifesting these aspirations. This isn't about instant gratification or overnight success. Rather, it's about witnessing the gradual materialization of previously invisible stepping stones. This alignment is more than a mere astronomical phenomenon. It's a cosmic endorsement of possibility. The universe is revealing that the gap between your present reality and your deepest aspirations is far narrower than you've imagined. The pivotal question remains, will you summon the courage to bridge this gap? One of the most remarkable and inevitable aspects of this initial September week is the apparent metamorphosis you'll witness in those around you. It manifests in the most subtle interactions. A typically jovial friend suddenly embraces contemplative silence. A previously apathetic colleague displays unexpected resolve. Someone you implicitly trusted might suddenly feel like a stranger, while an unexpected ally might emerge, offering protection, wisdom, or unwavering support. Initially, this shift may feel destabilizing, as if your familiar social landscape has been completely reconfigured. Yet here's the fundamental truth. These individuals haven't suddenly transformed into different people. Rather, September's intense energy strips away the carefully constructed facades, the practiced performances, the subtle masks we all maintain. The eclipse demands authenticity. In this revelation, you glimpse not just who people are in this moment, but who they've always been, concealed yet visible. Sometimes transformation isn't about change, but about recognition. This clarity can be both liberating and jarring, because our illusions about others often provide comfort. We convince ourselves of unchanging dependability or perpetual insignificance. When these illusions shatter, reality demands acknowledgement. People are dynamic. Their roles in your life are fluid. This week, the cosmic stage undergoes an unscripted reorganization. Don't be startled when established dynamics suddenly dissolve. Friend circles may fragment. Mentors may lose relevance. Partners may reveal unexpected facets. Simultaneously, new connections may materialize unexpectedly. Previously overlooked individuals might suddenly become central to your narrative. While unsettling, this represents divine alignment. Through these sudden shifts, the universe reveals who belongs in your future journey and who doesn't. This week's profound power lies in its absolute clarity. The nuances, hidden meanings, subtle betrayals, and unspoken allegiances will surface with unmistakable intensity. Discovering misjudgments about certain individuals may bring pain. Witnessing unexpected strength in those you underestimated may bring astonishment. But the eclipse's transformative energy is unyielding and uncompromising in its revelations. It unveils raw truths, regardless of how uncomfortable they might make you feel. This cosmic shift isn't about abandonment. It's the universe's meticulous realignment, placing each soul exactly where they need to be. And this transformation is reciprocal. Those in your orbit will perceive you through a different lens. The carefully constructed identity you've maintained, the societal roles you've embraced, the burdens of others' expectations, all will dissolve naturally. Some might struggle to reconcile with your emerging authentic self this week. They might resist this evolution, question your transformation, or perhaps finally acknowledge a strength within you that was always present but previously unnoticed. When you sense your relationships shifting beneath you like tectonic plates, remain centered. This is simply cosmic alchemy at work. September's energy isn't solely transforming you. It's recalibrating the entire tapestry of connections you're part of. While the process might feel momentarily unsettling, it's creating space for relationships that genuinely align with your evolving self. As this weekend concludes, observe mindfully who remains steadfast, who steps forward with renewed purpose, and who quietly distances themselves. These movements are precisely orchestrated by the universe, consciously restructuring the cast of your life's narrative. After this realignment, your perspective on relationships, past, present, and future, will be forever transformed. This week presents a profound challenge in the most intimate battlefield, the space between rational thought and intuitive wisdom. You'll encounter situations where logic points decisively in one direction, while your inner compass quietly but persistently suggests another path. This internal conflict might feel overwhelming. Perhaps it manifests in an imminent decision. Everything appears perfect on paper. The logic is impeccable. Your circle unanimously approves. Yet something deep within creates resistance, an inexplicable unease, or perhaps the opposite occurs. The rational mind screams caution, but your intuition pulls you forward irresistibly. This is September's paradox, where Saturn's structured reasoning clashes with Neptune's boundless intuitive wisdom, their energies still resonating through the cosmos. Logic speaks the language of security. Intuition speaks the language of authenticity. Neither voice is misguided, but this week compels you to recognize which truly guides your path. Logic consistently offers the comfortable choice. Intuition offers the aligned choice. And sometimes, alignment requires stepping beyond comfort's boundaries. This internal dialogue emerging now is purposeful. When you experience this tension between intellectual reasoning and spiritual knowing, resist the urge to silence it. Embrace the discomfort. This conflict itself contains the lesson. The universe isn't creating confusion, it's refining your discernment. It poses a fundamental question. Will you trust the calculated certainty or your inner knowing? You'll discover that embracing these moments of internal conflict gradually reveals intuition's true nature. Far from being a mysterious whisper, it emerges as your soul's navigation system, illuminating paths that logic has yet to comprehend. Once you attune to its frequency, once you create space for its wisdom, it pierces through confusion with an undeniable clarity that transcends rational analysis. Throughout this week, document these internal battles. Record each instance meticulously. When your analytical mind conflicts with your instinctive knowing, capture that moment. Because in time, whether days or weeks ahead, the significance of those intuitive nudges will become crystal clear. You'll understand that these apparent conflicts between reason and instinct weren't mere distractions. They were preparation, carefully crafting your ability to instantly recognize your authentic truth. And once you've mastered this inner dialogue, self-betrayal becomes impossible. We inhabit a culture fixated on accumulation. More aspirations, more ambitions, more visions to materialize, more abundance to attract. Yet September's cosmic energy demands something more profound and decidedly more challenging. This week's focus shifts from attraction to release. Consider the deeper pattern. The eclipse, the planetary alignments, the sudden relationship dynamics. They all whisper the same message. The universal stage is being reconfigured. Sometimes embracing a grander destiny requires releasing the familiar script you've clutched so tightly. True manifestation isn't solely about acquisition. It's about creating sacred space for authentic expression. Here's your invitation. Rather than channeling energy into manifestation this week, identify one element you're prepared to release. One burden you've been carrying, perhaps unconsciously, that no longer serves your evolution. It might be tangible, an energy-draining commitment, a toxic relationship, or a self-sabotaging pattern. Or it might be subtle, a lingering resentment, a performative role, or a comfortable but constraining self-image. Release isn't passive surrender. It's a powerful declaration. It's standing amidst September's intense energies and proclaiming, "I choose expansive possibility." Because here's the fundamental truth. Energy stagnates in cluttered spaces. New beginnings can't flourish in oversaturated soil. When you consciously release even one element, you initiate a transformative cascade. That released resentment suddenly lightens your emotional atmosphere. That surrendered obligation suddenly creates space for authentic priorities. That shed identity suddenly allows the universe to reveal your genuine essence. This week, approach release with intention. Don't wait for the universe to initiate the clearing process. Release it with intention. Write it down. Set it aflame. Speak it into existence. Let it go completely. Because this season's spiritual journey isn't about accumulating more dreams and desires. It's about creating space, clearing the path for the authentic story to unfold, for the right opportunities to manifest, for your true destiny to emerge. And understand this: what you release doesn't disappear into the void. It transforms. Energy persists eternally. It simply takes new forms. When you let go, you're not losing anything. You're redirecting. And that's when true transformation begins. There are times when kindness feels like a simple choice. Then there are moments like these, where kindness becomes an unstoppable force, where a single compassionate gesture doesn't merely brighten someone's day. It creates ripples of change, altering circumstances in ways beyond your immediate perception. This initial September week pulses with powerful energy. Eclipses, planetary alignments, emotional transformations. People are overwhelmed, emotionally raw, often unaware of why they feel so unsettled. That's when kindness transcends mere courtesy. It becomes transformative. Compassion works its magic silently yet profoundly. Consider this deeply. When you choose forgiveness this week, not because it's deserved, but because you value inner peace, you're not just liberating yourself. You're influencing how that person approaches their next interaction, and the one after that. A positive chain reaction begins. Perhaps you take time to truly acknowledge someone who feels unseen. That moment of genuine connection might provide the exact validation they need. That recognition could reshape their self-worth, their decisions, their life's direction. During this week, the spiritual atmosphere amplifies everything exponentially. Words, thoughts, emotions, they all resonate more powerfully than usual. This means that even seemingly insignificant acts, yielding to another driver, sending that overdue message, offering encouragement instead of remaining silent, become powerful seeds in particularly fertile spiritual soil. These seeds don't remain stationary, they multiply. Today's compassionate choice might manifest as tomorrow's miracle. Understanding this is crucial. Kindness won't always come easily this week. You might actually find it more challenging than usual. Emotions are heightened. Relationships are evolving. Intuition and logic are in constant dialogue. The temptation to withdraw, to respond harshly, to protect your energy will be powerful. But that's precisely why kindness becomes revolutionary now. Choosing it despite the difficulty amplifies its impact. Never underestimate your influence. Your act of forgiveness might break a generational cycle of hurt. Your words of encouragement might give someone the strength to persevere. Your gentle response during chaos might become someone's anchor during their own future storms. This is the profound gift hidden within September's upheaval. It breaks open our carefully constructed facades. And when people are cracked open like this, kindness doesn't merely trickle in. It surges forth like a tidal wave. Your compassionate gesture might seem insignificant now, but its influence will continue to shape lives in ways you may never witness, reverberating through time. So release it freely, without hesitation. This week carries a unique potency where a single word, an unexpected gesture, one spontaneous act of compassion could cascade through realities far beyond your immediate sphere. True growth has never been about maintaining perfect composure. It's not about methodically checking off boxes or plastering on a smile through every transformation. Authentic growth is unfiltered and untamed. And this week, with September's cosmic energies in full force, your evolution may feel particularly disorienting. Like navigating through darkness, discovering unexplored aspects of yourself. Evolution doesn't request your comfort, it demands your bravery. This initial September week is guiding you through doorways that cannot be delicately crossed. Saturn and Neptune's collision, combined with eclipse energy, is creating celestial tremors. The ground beneath feels unstable. The message is clear. Release expectations of appearing composed and polished. Growth might feel awkward and uncertain. You may question your choices, retrace your steps, shift direction mid-course, or feel like you're falling short. But this isn't failure manifesting. It's movement. And movement, in any form, proves you're breaking free from stagnation. Consider childhood development, the stumbling, falling, mistake-making, and beautiful mess of it all. Adults grow similarly. We simply forget this truth, burdened by expectations of having everything figured out. But this week, the universe isn't concerned with your perfection. It values your willingness to move forward, even when the movement seems ungraceful, even when uncertainty makes your hands tremble. Growth rarely resembles perfection. It manifests as progress in disguise. Vulnerability might overwhelm you. You might feel exposed, as though every imperfection, insecurity, and doubt is being illuminated. Perhaps they are. But vulnerability creates the fertile soil where breakthroughs take root. That discomfort isn't signaling a wrong turn. It's indicating you're breaking free from outdated patterns that no longer serve your evolution. This week, don't exhaust yourself trying to maintain perfect order. Don't resist the scattered nature of transformation. Embrace the chaos. Let circumstances unfold naturally because disorder isn't your adversary. It's evidence of forward momentum, breaking free from old cycles. The beautiful irony is that soon enough, you'll look back at this very week, the one where you felt like you were stumbling, and recognize you were actually sprinting toward your next evolution all along. Chaos isn't a detour. Mess is the signature of transformation. Embrace the discomfort. Welcome the vulnerability. This isn't a time to chase perfection. Instead, it's a moment to accept the imperfections, the spillovers, the missteps, because within these lies your truth. Growth rarely arrives wearing success's polished mask. It comes cloaked in chaos, and only those brave enough to traverse this landscape will discover the strength waiting beyond. The gravest error you could make now is believing you're facing this alone. You aren't. This week isn't a personal tempest designed solely for your journey. It's a wave washing over our entire world. Every individual, regardless of their life path, their spiritual beliefs, or their daily practices, is experiencing some aspect of this energy. Some may label it chaos, others awakening. But whatever name it carries, one truth remains constant. You're part of a collective experience. September doesn't divide us. It aligns us. Consider this deeply. That weight pressing against your heart, those restless thoughts circling your mind, those waves of hope followed by doubt. It's not just your internal universe in flux. It's the collective consciousness resonating at a frequency that's drawing everyone in. The celestial dance of Saturn and Neptune, the powerful lunar eclipse, the convergence of endings meeting beginnings. It touches every soul uniquely. Some resist its pull, others deny its presence, while some embrace it fully, but none remain untouched. Here's where the magic unfolds. When countless souls are simultaneously thrust into this heightened awareness, something remarkable emerges. Individual challenges, personal uncertainties, and hidden anxieties begin to interweave. What seemed like your solitary struggle reveals itself as part of a greater planetary shift. Your personal chaos connects to countless other transformations occurring simultaneously. During moments of pressure, through sleepless nights or sudden emotional surges, remember you're not alone. Your neighbor shares this experience. A stranger across the globe feels it too. The collective heartbeat quickens. Within this shared vibration lies tremendous power. What once felt overwhelming becomes connecting. What seemed like isolation transforms into community. September isn't asking you to shoulder this burden alone. It's reminding you that you're part of a greater movement propelling humanity forward. This understanding makes unity essential, a compassionate gesture to a passerby, choosing understanding over criticism, even silently acknowledging our shared journey. These actions multiply under such powerful energy. By supporting one another, the weight of transformation becomes lighter. While personal awakening carries power, collective consciousness creates unstoppable change. This week stands ready to demonstrate this profound truth. And when you recognize that the burden weighing on your spirit is lifting simultaneously with millions of others, you'll understand that what appears as disorder is actually the birth of movement. September isn't here to shatter us. It's here to unite us. The collective consciousness is ascending, and whether you feel prepared or not, you're an integral part of this ascension. Looking back from the vantage point of future years, this particular week of 2025 will emerge as pivotal. Not because it offered comfort, but because it created an irreversible opening, a crack in the foundation of what was. This isn't merely another week marked on your calendar. It's a decisive moment separating what came before from what follows after. The revelations emerging now will echo throughout the coming months. The decisions you make and the bravery you demonstrate during these crucial days will influence everything that unfolds afterward. Human consciousness naturally gravitates toward these pivotal moments. This is undeniably one of them. Stay present. Observe the indicators. Even when overwhelm threatens to consume you, remember that transformation doesn't wait for your readiness. By the time 2025 concludes, you'll recognize that everything began right here. If you've stayed with me until now, I want to express my gratitude for your attention. If this resonated with you and you'd like to see more, please consider subscribing. Your support means everything. Share your journey and insights in the comments below. Until we meet again, take care and subscribe for more enlightening content.